Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 180 of Two Amazon Sellers and a Microphone, brought to you by Solozo and NetRush. And today we are very excited. We're talking about something that obviously piques my interest: product research with high demand and low competition products. I mean, that's like the holy grail on Amazon.
Right.
You can find
Right.
that. That's perfect. So I am very excited to talk about this. And joining us to discuss all about this is Izabella Ritz, the CEO of Ritz Momentum. Izabella, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
We're very excited. I've I've mentioned this a lot when we have these conversations, but product research is probably one of my favorite aspects of the entire e-commerce business. I can get stuck in a rabbit hole doing this, for hours, just looking for possible products. So it's always fun to discuss this, and we love getting insights from experts that are doing this on a daily basis. So we're very excited to talk all about that. But before we do that, Isabel, for anybody listening right now, before we jump into all that conversation, we'd love to hear your background. You have a really interesting background, and we'd love to know a little bit more about your story.
Sure. I will try to be pretty shortly here and make sure everybody understands. So I was born in Moscow in Russia, in a very, very, very cold country. And honestly, I hate cold. That's why I was always looking for the opportunity to move somewhere. And I was traveling all over the world. And in 2014, 2015, I was living 6 months in Thailand. And that was my spot. I loved it so much. But then, it's not really the very good opportunity to raise my kids. And we moved to United States, to Florida, and I loved it there. Then I had to move to Virginia, to another cold place. So now I'm trying to get out. Anyway, so I started my Amazon business in 2015 in the United States because moving from one country to another, I had to find out what I'm gonna do, and I had a budget in the beginning of 100K. And then I lost 100K, not on Amazon. I lost it because I didn't work with the right partners. And I had the leftovers as like $5,000, and I had to start something. So I'm like, okay, everybody talking about Amazon, let me try. And because I have a background with the e-commerce, so it was not like pretty hard for me to understand, especially back to 2015. Amazon was not so hard, like comparing to 2020, right? Or 2022. So I launched the first product very intuitively. So I picked silicone wine glasses. And I was also lucky that I launched it during Q4. And back to that time, if you remember, you could just add as many reviews as you want. And I honestly didn't know that reviews are making such a big difference on Amazon back to that time, because everything I was doing, everything was like based on my intuition only. And it worked. And I made 14K on top of my $5,000. So I was so happy, like, okay, this is working. So I can move forward, which I did. Then I was launching a lot of other products. I was losing, I was winning, and I was losing again, and I was winning again, and winning again, and winning again. Then I find out that, like, okay, so if I will customize the products, I will win more. So I started to actually understand the market. In 2017, we crossed seven figure. In 2021, we sold our accounts because we already had three of them going on. And in 2019, we launched the agency to help people to do listing copywriting, listing design. Then we find out, like, okay, people are pretty bad at researching the products. So we added this feature to our agency. And now what we're doing done for you Amazon business, where people are coming saying, okay, we have investments, we don't know what to do, and actually we don't want to learn because it's so hard. Amazon is very technical. So we're researching the product with a high demand, low competition, something that you really like and you like to dig into it. Me too. I'm super passionate about it. I can search for the products hours and and I have the list of ideas. I have a lot of my notes with the extra ideas that I personally want to launch. And We're customizing the products. We're not doing products without any type of customization, at least a little bit supposed to be there. We're doing the marketing for brand registry stores, EBCs. We're launching, ranking. And also we're scaling to the point where we're helping people to exit this business in 12, 14 months since the moment they start this business. Use the approach like, okay, right now you can invest, let's say, $30,000 or $50,000, and in a year you can have seven figures because you're selling this business in your pocket. So this is, generally speaking, our approach. We're trying to have these chunks where we're ready to struggle for 12, 14 months for people to make them happy at the end. So this is like shortly about me and what we're doing.
You got a lot there. And I'm really interested about this, how you got cheated out of $100,000, but maybe we'll talk about that off the podcast. But one thing I always like to, this is interesting to me, probably Dustin, you as well, is how'd you learn about selling on Amazon? Like, where did you find that you could sell on Amazon? Was it through YouTube, a friend? Where did you finally get that? Like, oh, I didn't know you could do that.
So at this point, I honestly don't want to praise myself and bargain about myself a lot, but I'm picking up stuff pretty quickly. Especially, again, I have a pretty good background with e-commerce, with SEO, and like years of running business, just running the business since 2000. So that's pretty easy for me. However, Amazon was not common to something that I was doing before, and I was using, let me remember, it was the software, I think Hello Profit.
Yeah, that was an early one.
Yeah.
Cash Cow Pro was another one. Those are really early tools.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if they still exist or not, but
Me either.
I was using them like for the product research. It was not very obvious for me, like, okay, if you'll take this product or this product, they will go well. And yeah, I chose this silicone bind glasses, and I've seen the numbers, and I was looking to the numbers that I can earn. I didn't look to any other factors. Like, okay, this is selling good, I want to sell it, so this approach won't work right now for anybody, but this is how I started, and I was learning from my mistakes and from my success, both.
Well, there was a lot. I mean, that's right around the same time that both Kris and I started our Amazon businesses. Was around 2014. I think you said 2015.
15, yeah.
Yeah, and there was talk out there. Like, if you were interested in opportunities to start your own business, that people were talking about it for sure. It was exciting, but it was also completely different than it is now. I know Kris did the same thing as you. I did the same thing. We found a product, we're kind of,
let's go.
Let's do it. And yeah, it was way easier. I mean, even reviews. I remember I would go on to Amazon and find their list of reviewers, and they had their email address, and I would email them, and I could get like a couple hundred reviews so fast. And obviously they were nowhere near like the terms of service. They would violate every terms of service there is now. But yeah, it was a different world than it is now. But and now there's a lot more resources and tools out there, like a Helium 10 or a Jungle Scout or anything, Zonger, any of those that you can use to help with the product research.
Yep.
But still, you got to understand the ecosystem a little bit. You can't just take those numbers and run with them all the time. A lot of times you'll be jumping into a super competitive niche. So my first question to you about product research is, are there a lot of high demand, low competition products left in Amazon to actually source?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's all you get. That's
all I say. You gotta start. That's the number one question. Everyone's like, oh, it's too saturated. I'm like, it is not too saturated. It is a growing customer base. Every day gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, you just have to look right.
Yeah. You just can't pick a jump rope. Yeah. That's all there is. I mean, you can't pick something that's commoditized and easy to run, which incidentally was like all of my first products. Something like a wine glass. I mean, there's probably a lot of silicone wine glasses right now for sale on Amazon.
I believe so. You know, when I was researching for the silicone wine glasses a couple months ago, I was just curious. Most of them are coming with the customization, like bride's gift, or like bridesmaids for the bachelor parties, like something like that. And genuinely speaking, just for everybody who is listening, it's a good niche. And you can add there whatever you want, if it will be silicone glasses or any gift boxes or something else. Yeah. So just go to the niche, don't go to the actual products.
Yeah, go to the customized version with like your wording on it. Get creative. Yeah. So were you gonna say something, Kris?
Well, I wanted to touch on something that Amazon just recently released, and Izabella, you might be playing around with it already, is the product opportunity feature inside of Seller Central accounts, inside of accounts that are brand registered. It's a newer tool where you kind of can do product research, and you're getting like the data directly from Amazon. And it's not like, I mean, you're kind of getting like search volume growth and demand percentages. I've played around with it in my account, but it's not like it's so advanced as some of these other tools like LinkedIn and Jungle Scout. Are you using that tool at all to find new products?
Yeah, I'm ready to answer. So
yes,
here is the skinny. In the beginning, I was extremely excited about this tool, and we're using when we're creating reports for our customers. However, it's not really user-friendly. So if you put the keyword, then you have a list of like absolutely different products, and most of them are based on the search terms, but not based on the actual keywords. And sometimes, and they put most of the keywords and most of data based on the specific product, but not on the specific keyword. So you cannot actually dig super like deeply into the specific keyword, which you can do like with the Helium 10, which I admire. So at this point, yes, we're using this tool, but my opinion, I cannot make any conclusion and like final decisions if I'm not using Helium 10 or Seller tools in addition. So I have to use both of them. Actually, Seller tools, they have a very good extension when you run inside of the Amazon Opportunity tool, and it's like opening for you more features which Amazon is not analyzing for you. So you can tell what is the score for the specific product, how much you probably potentially hypothetically can spend to actually launch this specific product. It's also like pretty subjective, but based on all these subjectives, you can create the picture and you can put the puzzle together. So we're always using 3 of them. I like to have this data. It's better than not to, but it's very contradictory sometimes with all other tools. So you have to actually know what are you searching for to make some decisions about this tool and apply to the product that you're searching for. Is it clear? Does it make sense, everything I said?
Yeah, I got it. I'm definitely have to go check out that Seller Tools extension. I didn't know they had that. That'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, and I believe it's free. The extension, I believe, is free. And when you launch this extension inside of the Amazon Opportunity tool, it's wicked cool. Like, you have to take a look.
Wow. So you go, so if I follow you right, you go to the Opportunity tool inside your Seller Central account, and then you can launch that extension and you get a whole set of data.
Yes.
Awesome.
If you will need the paid version, let me know. I can tell you how to make it.
Nice.
All right. Cool. That's a great tip.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that extension either.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. I love this tool, but I didn't know that this extension is working there till I launched the Opportunity the other week, and I've seen this crazy data. It's cool. It's really very cool.
We'll definitely be checking that out. Well, let's start here. When you're working with a new client, okay, and they're ready to launch, they're going to launch, and their goal is to exit. Is there any criteria at a time? Is it just any product that fits the metric, we're going there, or does the client come to you with an interest, like, hey, I'm interested in physical fitness and I'd like to be in that niche, or is it more open? Do you start somewhere like that, or does it not matter?
It does matter. So we cannot be so selfish and say like, okay, we're going to do for you something that only we think is right, which at the end of the day, we're doing something that we believe is right. But we're asking our customer about their budget, because we cannot move ahead if we don't know their budget. And we're asking their preferences. Again, their preference is supposed to be, let's say I want to launch tennis niche just because I don't know, I was playing tennis my whole life and I'm in love with that, right? And if they're not the ones who are going to rank the product and who are not going to launch and scale, then probably we can consider something next to this niche, but it's not necessarily we're going to follow it. So we have some niches that we confident in. Is like home improvement, kitchen dining. Sometimes it's kids related, not like smartwatch for kids, absolutely not. But like going smart about it. Sometimes we're based on the occasions, and we're definitely not going to like Amazon Fresh apparel or pets. Like this is like the killing niches where you shouldn't go for sure. Like sometimes we also go to the outdoor a little bit and a little bit to the garden. But again, it's very doubting niches. Like you have to know what are you doing and why. And yes, when customers are asking us like to go in a very specific niche just because they want to, we're not always considered to go, and we're explaining why.
Sure. And when you talk to them about their budget, like their initial launch budget that they have, what's like for anyone who's listening that's looking to get started right now, what would you consider like the absolute minimum launch budget to be successful right now?
Let's say
the product.
Let's say one product, to be reasonable. If your product is in a market price of $19.99, $25.99, in this price range, you have to consider products not less than $8 landed in United States.
Mm-hmm.
So then you will be able to have enough of gap for ACOS, for PPC, for PPC campaign, for external traffic, especially if you have brand registry and you can use Amazon attribution. So you'll be able to get your 10% back, up to 10% back. And what else here? Yeah. So, and you have enough money to have as a profit. And also you have to buy at least 500 pieces. So let's multiply 500 by 8, it will be $4,000. Then let's put at least $2,000-$3,000 per product to rank via PPC and external traffic to actually stabilize it. Then this amount will be short, but enough to launch one product. And my advice, and it's not an advice, it's a recommendation, to go at least with the 3 products or with 1 product and 2 variations, which will be easier to advertise and cheaper to advertise. It's a pretty good approach that we're using with a lot of our customers, where you can, like, let's say I'm selling water bottle and then 2 other water bottles. Example, don't do it, please. If someone decides to do it, it's just, I just have this from my hotel where I am right now. Virgin advertisement. So that if you will use this approach, that will be a little bit cheaper for you to advertise, because people are choosing if it will be based on the color and not based on like something else. However, if you are going to launch just 1 product, it will be pretty tough to stabilize your sales after like 3-4 months, because Amazon don't like sellers who are not launching and who are not growing within 3-4 months after they started the first product. So Amazon is not considering these sellers as like part of their business or part of their future partnership. Amazon is letting you opportunity to earn, and Amazon wants to earn money on top of you as well. And if Amazon sees you like, okay, you have just 2 products and I have the same partner, the same seller who launched at the same time with you, but they launched 60 products, Amazon will help them to sell better than you, because like it's just the market, its approach, its business. Yeah. Did I answer
I love this space. I love this space because like what Dustin does on PPC is going to be different than what I do on PPC, and what Dustin does on product research can be completely different. Like everybody's doing different things, and there's like no golden ticket. Like you can't just do it this way and it's always going to work for everybody. So, question about product research. What are some filters, or what are some things you look at when doing product research? Is it like the 5,000 searches a month or more, or is it $25 product or more? Like, because there's ways you can do it, especially with tools, that is going to be completely different. So what do you look at first?
So good question. We're looking at product demand based on the actual product and based on the problem. Let's do an example. An example will be very clear for people to understand. Let's say I'm looking for something that will boost my energy. And at the same time, I know that iron is boosting the energy. So if I have a keyword like iron, vitamin iron or supplement iron, and at the same time, I will research for boosting energy, both of those keywords will help me to find the same product. So one of the basics, if I'm looking for something related to the problem and for something related to this specific ingredient. Yeah. So this is one of the approaches. So I can see that my semantic core might be pretty wide and it will be very relevant. Then I have to find out that based on those keywords, we can find very relevant information on the page 1 and page 2. And it's not like something irrelevant. That means probably people are not researching. Then we're looking at the purchase rate based on those pages. And if the purchase rate is below than 0 and the demand is pretty high, then Amazon offers are not pretty good. So then we can add something else that people will actually buy better. Of course, we're searching for something that is lighter. We've been searching for the products lighter than pound, but we increased it up to like 3 pounds right now because it's still enough. We still have enough of margin to actually ship them rather than searching for something super light and super cheap. Of course, if you go to electronics, you can find a lot of very light products, but we're not talking about electronics. It's absolutely different field here. So also we're checking the products that people will buy because they want to, but not because they have to. So at this point, we're checking the opportunity to customize the products, which will increase the value just because it's customized. Let's say, for example, you can find a white mug, or it will be a white mug with a constitution on it. Right? So if it's a white mug, it will probably, the market price will be $6. But if it's a white mug with a constitution on it, the value will be probably already like $15.99. And on top, if you will make this mug, when you add the hot water, and based on the hot water, the sign will appear and disappear, then it already will be $19.99. And if it will be set of 2, like with Constitution and with the people or something else, and Lincoln or like Washington or someone else, and it will be already set, then we can increase the weight, and we can increase the value, and we can increase the price. And if it will be the gift box, then it will be perfect. And based on the keyword like gift for American Patriot, or at the same time set of the mugs or coffee mugs, we will be able to find the same product. And even if it will be heavier, we will still have a lot of profit and margin here. So this is another filter. Of course, we're searching for the keywords or for the reviews. So if the niche is covered with thousands and thousands, we're not going there. But if we can see the sellers with like up to 150, 200 reviews on a page with the right price and with the right product, with the selling value up to $30,000-$50,000, we can take a look on this product as well. But if like a couple days ago we got the customer request, like, can you please take me on board and start my PPC campaigns? Of course, we were asking for her product, and she said she's selling tint for the cars, like tint film for the cars.
Yeah.
And when we took a look on this product, it doesn't make any sense. Like having 400, 500 reviews, you can sell maximum for $11,000. And every single product you have actually to customize because it's based on like each individual customer. So it's like it's pretty hard to grow there. Of course, we said no, we're not taking you on board because like margin is not there at all, so we cannot do anything there. Or like, I mean, we can, we just don't want to. Nothing interesting. So this is like shortly about the filters, but we can dig deeper. Of course, I can tell you more.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah, and that's really, I mean, for anybody listening, you nailed it. Talk about niching down and finding opportunities, and that's answers the question I brought up before about how many products out there are available. Well, you know, if you're out there looking for mugs, you may not realize that you could make full-time living selling mugs that have the Constitution on them. Like you said, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, how many opportunities are just there in mugs? Like it's probably infinite. Which is fascinating. But yeah, let's dive into more filters on this product research. This is my absolute favorite. I love talking about this.
Well, it's important. Like you got to spend time on this because you can invest and then you may not get any return back.
Yep.
And then what are you going to do? Give up? And then, I mean, you could try it again, but you got to really get down to the right product here, especially now with all the competition.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You take it.
Yeah, you said to dig more into the filters, right?
Yeah, please. Yeah,
of course. So let's say we found some potential product and like we want to try to take a look how we can make it better, or if we actually want to sell it. We are checking the semantic core of the newest buyer, the newest ASIN. Let's say we're finding someone like with the 0 reviews or 10 reviews, and we're checking the same product or similar product with like 200 reviews, because generally speaking, in between 0 reviews and 200 reviews, if the 200 reviews product is on a page 1 with the most of the keywords, this is the maximum of your semantic core that you can actually achieve. So you know here your point 0 and or like point A and point Z. So you understand where you can actually move from the like your first move to like your where to go, like where is what direction you can take here. So, and if your potential semantic core is, let's say, 5,000 keywords, and these 5,000 keywords contain at least 50, 60 high ranking volume keywords, it's, generally speaking, it's a good niche. And of course, we're talking about relevant keywords. We're not talking if you're selling the water bottle and it's the keyword, I don't know, orange chair or something, right? Because like sometimes if the person, the interesting thing about Amazon, if someone bought your product because they bought another product that contained the keyword like orange chair, and then they bought your product with the same keyword just because it was Amazon suggestion based on your previous history, your product will be indexed with the same keyword high likely. And then even you don't have the same keyword in your listing search terms or platinum keywords or your front end, this keyword will be there. So we are talking about relevant keywords indexing. And if you have these 5,000 potential relevant keywords with the like low and medium competition, you're generally speaking good to go, because this is one of the reasons where you're good to go, because people, it's a wide range for people to find your product. And sometimes if you have enough of keywords in between 1,000 and 5,000 searches per month, and if it will be like thousands of those keywords, you're also good to go, because people are searching for this product, like plastic bottle, water bottle, like small water bottle, and blah blah blah. So you will be able to have enough of volume to actually get enough of sales. However, if all those keywords are not really relevant to your product, but they're relevant to niche, then it's not the good way to go to the same to this product, because sometimes people are saying, oh, it's 5,000 keywords, it's like really good, I want to go there. Put the filters with the like range 50,000 or like 10,000 and more, and check if all of them are relevant. Put the filter in between 1,000 and 5,000 keywords demand, and then put the filter in between 5,000 and 10 and below 1,000. Don't actually make the decision if you will find a lot of relevant keywords below 500, because it's not always making it's not always affecting the sales if you have just below 500 demand. So yeah, you have to have all those. Does it make sense?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's a good tip there. The wider your people are searching for your product,
Yeah,
the more likely are you get sales. Because if you do product research, and Dustin, I think you can agree, and Isabella, you probably too. If you do product research and there's only a handful of search terms for the product, the competition for advertising and ranking and getting organic to stick, it's through the roof. So the wider you can go there, the easier it is for that product to achieve.
Yep, correct.
Good tip. That's a good tip.
Yeah, also when we're doing the product research, we're also checking the opportunity to scale this specific product with like add addition accessory into the set, for example, to make it valuable. We're checking the products like damn, I forgot how it's called. But together, sorry. Yeah, when people are buying together the same products, similar products, and we're exploring this niche as well, and if this niche will be actually good for our product to add, because yes, you can find one product, but if this product is not scalable and you cannot complement this product with something else, you are losing the opportunity to actually bundle and like do the virtual bundles and advertise them on Amazon, because virtual bundles is another opportunity. So, and sometimes having 5 products on Amazon, you can actually create like 25 ASINs, because all of them will be virtual bundles. And if they will be virtual bundles and they're somehow relevant to each other, you have another green light to grow, right? So that's something that we're doing inside of the agency when we're trying to help to our customers to grow, because we're very interested in their growth, because we have a cut when they are selling their business. So it's kind of, we're doing for ourselves, because it's important to satisfy everybody here. I'm just going through in my head through all filters that we usually put when we're searching for something. I just want to avoid this stamp recommendations, like you have to look at the weight.
I got a question for you. So those virtual bundles, that was a good tip. Those help in just pushing down your competition anyway on the product page, but you can also increase your average order value, which is really good as well, especially if you're running ads. But when you're building a brand, okay, so we're building brands on Amazon, right? That's like the main focus now.
Yeah.
At any point, does it just become like, I have to launch this product because it makes sense for the brand, regardless of how many reviews there are? I just have to be in that niche because everybody else that's my competition is selling in that niche as well, and I have to be there as a brand. Does that ever happen?
I'm trying to avoid this, because yes, sometimes everybody doing this, and everybody are selling vitamin D3. Everybody's saying selling vitamin C. I'm talking about this because we just had the conversation about those like a couple days ago, and it's pretty fresh. To that it's not because like we're launching supplements a lot. We do it sometimes, but not. It's not something that we recommend to do, especially if you want to scale pretty fast. So, but if everybody sells this, it does mean the competition is too high. So, which is mean you have to invest more money, and you have to like keep fighting. And me personally, I'm against the business model where you have to fight for your spot under the sun every single day. I rather to have the field where I can just lay down by myself with my business, and I have a line of people who are like knocking the door and asking, "Can I join you now?" instead of like fighting every single day. It's just not the good way to live your life, and it's not the good way to build your business. But some people, they're fighters. They like to fight. They like to prove that he's the best. Well, if you want to do this, like, good for you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But based on the recommendation, like if you want to spend more, if you want to spend less to launch something, I think the best way to go about it is just to spend less.
Yeah. Well, you hit the nail on the head with that. I mean, the very first product I launched a long time ago when it was easy is now in a very saturated competitive market. And it drives me insane. Like that's the one thing that I can't stand focusing on, because and like you said, you fight every day. It doesn't matter if you spend a bunch of money and you get ranked organically number one.
Yep.
I mean, you got to continue. It'll disappear in a day or 2 days. I mean, your competition is going to take over that void every single time. You can't ever take your foot off the gas, and it's a lot of work. So you're right. Why not be in that wide open field? But speaking about competition, how do you evaluate whether the market is too competitive? Are you looking at like the number of other sellers, the reviews that they have? At what point do you say, okay, that we're not going to enter that, there's too much competition?
Let's just get an example. So if you go on Amazon, you'll put their plastic silverware, or more than you'll put silicone straws or reusable straws. They've been like killing the sales back to, I believe, 2017, when it's just the law in California started, like, we're not killing turtles, blah blah blah, everybody's supposed to use only reusable straws. And like this product rocketed on Amazon a lot. So if you go right now, you'll see that competitors, they are fighting not for the quality of the product, but they are fighting for the price. So everybody trying to lower the price. Everybody are trying to add more value into the product. Like, we are selling not 12, we're selling 212 silicone straws. Yeah. And we also add you 120 brushes and like something else. So the product, based on the margin, competition, reviews, amount of reviews, is not interesting for you to sell anymore, because you're just in every single position you're losing. You don't have a margin. You cannot create something else to make it better that already exists. It doesn't matter if you will make it as like with a cherry on top or 3 cherries on top. It doesn't make difference, because people are buying this product because it's already cheap, and market change made the difference based on the price. So we're analyzing all those. And at this point, it doesn't matter if you will try to search for the reviews for this product and read what customers are saying to make your product better. You're just trying to start your fight at the moment you are going to like launch this product and move it to Amazon. So did I answer your question here or not?
Oh yeah. And I'm looking at silicone straws right now, and it looks like the exact same product over and over and over again for pages and pages and pages. And yeah, all the prices are very, very low.
It gives me anxiety.
Oh yeah, I'm
It's
like,
like,
"Ugh, I can't.
well, I
have
don't
to-"
want to do this.
Yeah, this would be a fight. Yeah. So you're just taking sort of a holistic look at it and making there. It's just getting a feel for it.
I can give you another product that actually the product with opportunities. I didn't take a look for this product couple months, but I believe the picture is still the same. Do you want to?
Yeah, let's take a look. I love this. This is fun.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so take a look to the product. I think the keyword is just earn, URN, but or maybe it's Ash earn, one of those. It's a scary product like when you hear that, but if you will take a look to the opportunity of this product, you will find out that some products with one review on it making a lot of sales, and you can find out they're like based on wood or ceramic or something else. Like this product is freaking scalable. So,
and there are a lot that have less than a couple hundred reviews, but what I really like about these is the price point. These things are expensive.
Correct. And if you will take a look, the opportunities of the suppliers are also pretty wide. So if you will take a look, you will find suppliers from India, Thailand, China, Latin America. So supplier chain is insane. And the margin is also crazy. So you can do like 300% on this product.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And
that's a good one.
The thing that I noticed is when I typed in Ash Earn and I look at it, I don't see one like identical product. Every one of them is different. I don't see the same one represented.
Correct.
Some have different words on them. That's like a different image.
Yes, I might be wrong with the keyword. I have to double check, guys. But you will, like, if you put it to the Cerebra or Magnet, you will find the right keyword immediately. But one of those, and as you said, when you're looking into the title, you will find absolutely different keywords there because there are a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. It looks like the main one is earn for human ashes, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Earn for human ashes. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what is interesting about this is I probably do every day product research every day. And I have never landed upon earn. Have you, Kris?
No, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I know. But it is interesting to get to this. Just goes to show the amount of product opportunity. But I think for everyone listening, just to summarize, I mean, the difference, if you just looked at the difference in the market of silicone straws and then Ash Earn, and you see the differences in the products that are being sold, high price point, wide range of reviews, all looking different, as opposed to everything on those silicone straws. You can see everybody's moving down to that $8 price point. You can just see it. And they're having to. And so that's interesting.
Earn for dog ashes is looking pretty nice too.
I wanted to say about this too, but then I'm like, okay, that will be human ashes will be enough.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how many people start launching. I mean, who knows? I mean, this is the fun part.
Here's the thing. A lot of people, like a lot of business coaches, and I was business coach for 21 years. They're scared to like share the opportunities. They're scared to actually name the product, which I am not, just because, I mean, I'm not naming the products that we're launching for our customers because we signed NDA, but I'm ready to name products that you can actually start and launch on Amazon, just because even you talk about these opportunities, not a lot of people actually ready to take an action and launch it on the right way. People are scared to do that. And we encourage people, like, if you're scared to do by yourself, just find someone who will support you to do that, but just don't lose the opportunity. It's there, and it's hundreds of them.
Yeah, you actually got to go implement this. Like, we could talk about the product, but if somebody really wants to do it, there's a lot more process to it than just buying the product. You really got to do something about it.
Correct.
This is good.
And it's like
good
the
stuff.
keys from your car is there, but you just take it and drive it and get the driver license.
it's really because something that I've noticed, and Kris and I, we talk about this a lot of times, but a lot of times everybody, like if people are taking a course or learning how to start selling on Amazon, during that course, they're told the inputs to put in, like more than 5,000 searches a month or what, they're put. So everybody's getting the same search result page on Helium 10 or something. They're all landing on like the same, 5 or 10 product ideas, and it immediately becomes super saturated. We did a live product launch YouTube series a while ago, and we were doing it. Every time we would do it, it was weighted hula hoop came up every single time. It was like, obviously it's super popular, super high demand, but it had every aspect of like why you would not want to go into that product. There was so many of them.
Or resistant band.
What's that?
Or resistant band.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You want to know what's funny? That was my first product.
That was Dustin's
my first
back
product.
in the day.
2000. Okay, I'll tell this story because you'll get kicked up. 2014, I launched resistance bands. It scaled so fast. Like it was awesome. I mean, to the point where I was able to quit my job. It was fantastic. Great. But it is no longer fun to be in that category because it's that daily fight you're talking about. That's why it's like now you're looking for other products and other avenues to go.
Yep.
And it's tricky. I got to find that hero in the fitness space.
I think if it will be right now at the 2014 or 2015, we won't be able to survive because everybody will just like do the flash mob. Hey, I'm launching the product. Who is ready to give me the review? And it's like in every single plaza, people will just stay with the mega. Yeah, but I think you guys have some questions here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what's coming in here.
We use Helium 10. How do you say is the best way to find the new products with competition?
Yep. This whole, what you've been talking about the whole time right there.
Yeah, I've been working for a relative new company selling through Amazon store for the last 3 months and looking for a new project. Good for you. Keep looking. Just look at them attentive. Yeah. That's it. Okay.
That's what you should be doing is looking for new products like you're talking about. You want to keep scaling and growing your brand, different opportunities.
And make a list. Make a list to keep
difference here when you're like looking for the product without experience and when you're looking to the product with experience. It's two different searches. Like when you're like thinking, will it work or it won't work? Because you're just learn something or you watch some YouTube videos, or you're actually searching like with someone's help who experienced like Dustin for like seven years, right? Almost 8 years.
8 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like it's better to ask people who already experienced, who have their bad experience, than like trying to do it by yourself, seeking for the bad experience.
Yes. Yeah. It's better to learn from other people's bad experiences than to.
Correct.
Yeah. And Kris and I talk to people all the time who are they're coming to us at Solozo to obviously help their advertising. The first thing we do is look at their product, and we're very honest with them. We look at their listing, obviously, and how they presented it. But you can tell some people got into a niche that's too competitive. They don't have the budget, and you just have to be honest with them. Like, you're not going to be able to, unless you have a rich uncle somewhere that's going to give you a lot of money, and it's still going to be a pain, but it's not profitable. So it really comes down to that first step, getting that research right, finding the right product. I really like a lot of your tips. They're really good. There's some unique things that you're doing, which is great. I'm
glad you liked it.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I could talk about this all day long. It's super fun.
Probably Prosper.
What's that?
Yes, we will be there.
We'll be at Prosper. Yeah.
Oh, cool. We have a booth there. So
right on. We will come find you. We'll hang out and talk a little product. I'll probably be launching my Earn business.
You'll do it, you have to take a picture with me at the Prosper. Like this is the one where I'm launching, and before and after.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, this every time we have conversations like this, you're like, wow, there are so many opportunities out there.
Yeah.
It's definitely not fully saturated, but there's niches that are saturated, but not opportunities.
Right.
For somebody who's listening right now and they've been maybe thinking about getting in this space, or they're looking for a new opportunity and they really like your model and your approach. And it's really, I mean, the fact that you're getting brands to exit 12 to 18 months after starting, that's impressive. That it can, there's a lot of work in those.
Right now, it's a trend. We're trying to follow the trend, and like right now, aggregators and brokers and investors, they're looking for the brands, and honestly, the demand from them is pretty high. So like the opportunity to sell is there. So, and as long as it is there, we're there to help to sell.
They've got money they have to spend. So they're ready.
Yeah.
They're looking for brands.
It's the right time. You have to be always in the right time and right place.
So if somebody's out there listening and they want to work with you, they like this model, what do they need to do? How do they reach out to you? How do they find you and contact you to get started?
Yeah, super easy. ritzarm.com, RITZARM, ritzarm.com. Go fill out the form. It's pretty tricky because we're asking you to fill out a lot of fields, but it's not because we want to exhaust you. It's because we want to understand you better, and we want to find the right approach sooner than later. So don't hesitate to spend like 2 minutes to fill it out, and my project manager or sales manager will contact you within maybe between 2 and 24 hours. Depends on if it's a business hours or not. So, and yeah, then we set up the call and we're moving forward.
Well, everybody should go do that. If this is an opportunity you've been looking at and you want the right help, you want an expert to guide you and really be invested in it. Like that's the model. I mean, that's what's nice is you want to work with someone that has, they're invested in the outcome as well. Then absolutely ritzarm.com. Go check her out. This has been great. Thanks for joining. We're definitely going to have you on more because we love talking product research. So we'll have to get you back on here and maybe we'll talk about some unique opportunities that you've seen out there. So it's a lot of fun.
We've been doing the other day, last 2 minutes, and I will let you go. We've been doing the podcast, I believe in October, November with all family for Helium-10. And Bradley said, guys, it's not always good like to talk only to the experts. Let's try to do it with the family because half of my family involved into the Amazon and my kids are selling Amazon as well. So if you want to do something different, we can do that too.
Awesome. That could be fun. Absolutely. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. What a nice legacy to have a business opportunity for your kids as well that they're involved in. That's really fun. Well, we'll do that. We'll schedule that. We'll get you back on here in the future. It's been a ton of fun, Izabella. Thanks so much. I know you got to check out of your hotel room. So you got
it's fine. I still have a little time.
We're going to start knocking on your door.
Guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I put that button privacy.
Don't disturb. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. We appreciate it. And everybody who's listening out there, if you like content like this, I mean, that was great. Why would you not want to hear great content like Izabella just gave out? Make sure that you're subscribing to our podcast. We're on every podcast platform. So go to your favorite and find ours and subscribe to it. You can also see all of our live streams on all of Solozo's social channels, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. So go there and make sure that you're following those pages as well for this content. Also, if you're running your own business right now and you're looking for help advertising, Solozo can help. Go to solozo.com. You can book a demo. You'll talk to either Kris or myself. Obviously, we love talking about Amazon, and we'll talk about anything, even product research. We'll talk about anything, but we'll also show you the power of Solozo's platform and how it can help automate and optimize your advertising for you. So solozo.com, check it out. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Izabella. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Kris. Thank you.